Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call halal YAHAWAH, Bahashim YAHAWASHI, Bahashim QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well. And shalom to the hopeful elect, YAHAWAH, Bahashim YAHAWASHI, Barakatham. It's the brother Kazah from the Men of Our 12 West Coast, coming back at it again with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be Brace for Persecution. The Lord Got Us. All right, and it's going to be going into this article I came across titled A Gunman Who Killed 4 Outside a French Embassy in Tanzania Was a Terrorist Radicalized Online. All right, and that's what the police said over there. So basically, this is going into, the demonization of this truth. All right, because this is going to further probe more censorship online. And furthermore, Esau Edom is going to use this as an outlet, to further demonize the body, okay? Because he's going to deem what we're under as domestic terrorism, which he already does. You got the brothers, you got the various camps, that are under that list of, if I'm not mistaken, black identity extremists, things of that nature, and so this is just going to further probe into more online censorship over the platforms, which the main platform that we use is the YouTube. All right. And ultimately, this is just setting the stage for false flags to occur. All right. For Esau to pull his false flags. All right. Especially with those wolves in sheep's clothing. All right. At the IUIC, starting with the top. All right, and you have sincere, brothers that are in there. All right, sincere brothers and sisters that are in there. And if any of you are listening to this, man, I'd say, get out of that camp while you can. All right, because Nate, all right, put that camp under the category of Islam. Okay, under that 501c3 charter, he put it under the category of Islam. All right, and that, you know what I'm saying, is very, very suspicious. Considering that Islam is the main, religion behind a lot of these terrorist attacks and false flags, and for him to, put his organization to put his camp under that bracket, he's basically, took the bag at this point, which we suspect that. He basically took the bag and he's letting Esau set the stage to demonize his truth. So you better, you know what I'm saying, while you can, get out of there, man. All right. And that really goes for all the other camps doing some funny, having funny business there too, But anyways, let's get into the article. All right. And it reads, a gunman who killed 3 police officers and a security guard in a diplomatic quarter of Tanzania's Dar es Salaam last week was a terrorist radicalized through the internet. Okay, and that's how they're going to, that's how they could set the stage. All right, that's how they could definitely set the stage. We don't put it past this devil. This devil is very crafty like that. Okay, because majority of our videos are online. All right, and he could have somebody, he's already making a Jake, the face of terrorism. You know what I'm saying? You've seen a few incidents that have been popping up lately. Jake has, they put Jake face on the news, bearded and everything. So they setting that stage to persecute the flock, to persecute the body. All right. And it reads, Tanzania's Dar es Salaam last week was a terrorist radicalized through the internet. Police investigating the shooting have said the attacker, identified by officials as Hamza Mohammed, went on a rampage on August 25th. He killed 3 police officers and a private security guard before being shot by police. 6 other people were also injured in the incident, which unfolded just outside the entrance to the French embassy. So this happened not just, this wasn't just a random event, that happened somewhere in a distant country. This happened at a French embassy. All right. So this is, part of the beast. OK, because this is, an embassy is basically, how do I put it to you? If you go to an embassy, in a sense, that's like, foreign territory. OK, it's not exactly what it is. But in a sense, that's like foreign territory. If you go do something over there, you're not just going against, how do I put it to you? you're not just breaking the laws in your own country, you're also violating theirs. All right, because that's like a point of how do I put it to you, diplomacy. Okay, so hey man, this is a bit bigger than what it is, but either way, it's setting the stage for this devil to come and persecute us. All right, and it reads, the attacker identified by officials as wait, so like I already read that part. All right, so he killed him at the entrance of a French embassy, and it reads, our investigations have revealed that Hamza Mohammed was a person who had a secret life with all indicators of terrorism. Okay, and that's, you know what I'm saying, again, them setting the stage. All right, because us, we don't really, be in the world like that. Okay, we kind of keep to ourselves. We may have a few friends in the world here and there. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, they setting the stage. Some brothers, you know what I'm saying, they don't like to be, in the world like that either. You know, and it reads, the director of criminal investigations, Camillus Wambura, told the journalist on Thursday. All right, now there's a key point that I want to bring out that's in this in this article. Okay, well, let me bring this out too, because it's pretty important. And it reads, and Wambura said Muhammad was one of the type of terrorists who was ready to die for their religion. All right, now that's, again, you know what I'm saying, laying down the stage, setting the stage to come against this truth. Okay, because you know what I'm saying, once we, get in, we make up our minds to serve Yahawah Shem YAHAWASHI, we already know what we're signing up for. All right, we already know that, once we're given that choice between, the chip or the guillotine, we're going to take the guillotine. Okay, and Lord willing, Yahawah Shem YAHAWASHI gives us, all right, and when I say us, I say all of us in the body, including myself, the strength to endure that if that lot befalls upon us. All right, but anyways, it reads, but did not identify any religion associated with the attacker. All right, now this is where it gets a little bit suspect, because normally, they throw it under the Islam bracket, but this time it didn't identify any religion. You know what I'm saying? It didn't, so Lord knows what they're gonna, come out with. All right, but it reads, the gunman also communicated with other people who live in countries with terrorism related acts, but mainly he was learning through radical social media pages. You see? So again, they're targeting the online platforms so they could start, marking channels. You know what I'm saying? Start, their espionage, if you will, on that level. And ultimately start shutting things down, which is going to lead to the famine of the word. And not just the famine of the word, but persecution as well. All Esau has to do is lay down the right false flag, all right, something big, and that's it, man. He put our faces on the news, all right. He put the elders on the news, people of that nature, brothers like that, and that's where it's gonna begin. All right, now it's gonna be the world against us. Okay, but that's why, like the title says, brace for persecution. Yahawah Shem YAHAWASHI got us. All right, so let's continue on reading. All right, and it reads, the director of criminal investigations also said that the assailant spent much of his time browsing the internet to learn about the terrorist attacks launched by the Islamic State. All right, so that's, where it starts contradicting themselves, man, because it's like, how are you going to say that, he doesn't identify as any religion, but then he's over here looking up, ISIS in them. And again, don't let this thwart you, or how would I put it to you, throw you off as to how they could come and demonize the truth. Because you have IUIC that's under that Islam bracket. They put themselves under that Islam bracket. When this thing has nothing to do with the Quran, this thing has nothing to do with that Islam thing, man. All right. But it's all, crafty counsels set by spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay. Mainly dealing with, Esau, Edom, the elites of them. All right. But it reads, and Al-Shabaab, another terrorist group active in East Africa and Yemen, a local group which also bears the name Al-Shabaab, in active Mozambique, which borders Tanzania. All right, and hold on, let me just, slim through this. All right, yeah, that's basically it on that. I got the meat, got what I wanted to get from this article. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, they laying down the so like they laying down the stage so that they could come and persecute us, man. All right, and we are in them times. Okay, we are in those times. All right, and we're gonna go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right. So that's what is going on right now. Wars, rumors of wars, the situation with Russia, situation in China. All right. Situation in Afghanistan, and you got the Russians that are talking about that too. They don't look very they don't take kindly on Afghanistan being, overwhelmed by the Taliban. So it might be something that might pop off over there. Who knows? Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." All right. And that's what we've been witnessing so far this year. Okay. And calamities too. You got the hurricanes. All right. You got Hurricane Ida ripping up the South. All right. You got, situations in South America. I went into it, the micro judgments, but overall, everything is going to be big, man. All right. YAHAWASHI is judging the world on a grand level. Okay. This is, what we're seeing, is nothing yet, man. It's just beginning. And that's the spirit. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Verse 9, here's a key point. All right. To show you, in context with the rest of the events that's happening, that, don't think it, don't be astonished. Don't marvel that out of nowhere, so to speak, or soon in the near future, this devil's going to come and persecute us, man. All right. Marvel not. All right. This thing has been forewritten. And it reads, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." Okay. Because this thing is already, worldwide. All right. That's the French embassy, man. That's, the beast over there. That's the European Union. And guess what? You got brothers teaching over there, man. You got brothers in Britain. You got brothers in Holland, Italy. If I'm not mistaken, you may have brothers in France too. So, hey, man, Esau setting the stage. Why? Because he knows that he has but a short time. Okay. And he has to do this, he knows who we are too. And his pride is getting to him, man. He knows that he has but a short time, so he's going to try to take us out, because he believes that by taking us out is going to, halt the, Yahawashi returning in that. But anyways, book of Revelations, chapter 12 and 12. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time." All right. And you see, that's what's going to end up happening. Okay. And really, this is dealing with, all Israel too. All right. This is dealing with all Israel as well, man. All right. The martial law, things of that nature. All right. These tribes out here, they're going to get ran through. Okay. So-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, you're going to be asked out in that day, because YAHAWASHI is not going to protect you, man. All right. YAHAWASHI is not going to protect you. There's not going to be a hedge. If anything, is going to be, on the contrary, he's going to deliver you up to be judged by the wicked, which is his sword. All right. And we're going to get the precept on that as well. All right. So we're going to go to the book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. And it's all in context. Okay. And it reads, "Arise, O Yahawah, disappoint him." Oh, hold on. Let me see real quick. Matter of fact, because I'm just reading this right now, let me start at verse 8. Let me start at verse 8, because this is beautiful. All right. This is all through the spirit. All right. The book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 8. And it reads, "Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings." All right. And that's the spirit that we have to be in his truth. Praying to YAHAWASHI to protect us in that day, all right, to look out for us, to feed us, all right, that we may not be, lost, and we may not be, delivered unto those that hate us, those that seek to destroy us. Verse 9, for the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. You see? So you have the wicked. And who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. All right? That's who the wicked are. And guess what? They oppress us. Okay? They oppress us, man. We working these 9-to-5 jobs. All right? They heavily tax us. All right? It's just nothing but oppression here in Babylon. All right? Got to pay for everything. And he set the system up so we can't, prosper. All right, and it reads, from my deadly enemies. All right, and best believe there are deadly enemies, man. I was just talking today at the plantation to an Issacharite. He has this cop that keeps on pulling him over, and he thinks that because he thinks he's moving drugs and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And that Issachar, he's a cool dude, man. He doesn't look like he's moving drugs or things of that nature. But the way the cops came at him, it says they wanted to take his life. So I, gave him that sound advice, man. Look, man, when they stop you like that, bro, just agree with them quickly. Do what they tell you to do, because they gonna shoot your ass, man. All right, when they stop you like that, they want to shoot you. They want to kill you. All right, and he took heed. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, Lord willing, he be kept safe. Lord willing, he gets led to the truth, if that's his lot. But that's just the predicament we're here in Babylon, man. We're oppressed, and it's our worst enemy that oppresses us, all right, who prays for us. And that's what it's about to go into, who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak, with their mouth, they speak proudly, you see? So it reads, they are enclosed in their own fat, because ultimately, man, this is their kingdom. All right, this is their kingdom. They took everything by the sword. All right, they took, to keep this in chronological order. All right, they came here. They waged a genocide on the northern tribes to take these lands, and then they went to the west coast of Africa with their sword. All right, doing these things. They kidnapped the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes, and brought them over here and had them work in slavery. Which really they had all the tribes working in slavery. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get technical with it, but hey, that's what they did. And now they are enclosed in their own fat. They are on top of the world. All right. They got all the riches. They got all the gold. All right. Anything that they want, they swing that sword and they get it. They obtain it. That's how they live. All right. And it reads, with their mouth, they speak proudly. Okay. Because Esau is he thinks he's on such a level that he could fight against YAHAWASHI. All right, so that's another thing too. He knows who we are, man. Which is a point that I made earlier. All right, he knows who we are. If he's proud enough to fight against YAHAWASHI, what makes you think he's not going to come after us? Okay, let that sink in. So that's why we have to be in that spirit. Praying to YAHAWASHI that we are the apple of his eye, that we don't, get, swept away by the flood, if you will. Okay, verse 11, they have now compassed us in our steps, you see, because they are stalking us, man, and they are making moves, and it's apparent. All right, you have all these incidents. You got Jake being put on the forefront, bearded Jake's being put on the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Terrorists, radicalized online, things of that nature. All right, you got one of these Israelite groups, you know what I'm saying, that's under that 501c3 charter, under that Islam bracket. It's apparent, man. They about to set up a false flag and blame us for it. But guess what? That comes with the territory. This is part of what we signed up for. Okay? And the reason, they have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey. You see? And that's what Esau Edom is. All right, he is a lion that is greedy of his prey. And why? Because you see, the Lord is going to let this devil take the 2/3. All right, that's why, we hope that we're not of that number. Okay, but the Lord, he's going to let these devils, take out the wicked 2/3. But this devil doesn't just want the wicked 2/3, man. All right, he doesn't just want the 2/3 of our people. He wants us. He wants the remnant. And that's Lord willing, we're of that number. But that's who he wants, man. He wants us in this because he knows that we're the only ones that got this knowledge. And he knows that when we come back to this knowledge, all right, that YAHAWASHI, he fights for us. That once we repent, YAHAWASHI fights for us, man. Okay, and we out there in the highways and hedges, and he sees us in them big, tall skyscrapers. You know, if you push downtown, you best believe Esau's looking down at you in them skyscrapers, man. You know, and he ain't liking what you're doing because he knows that you're bringing about his downfall through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. So, of course, you know, this is a perfect description of Esau Edom right here, based on what he's about to do. Okay, because he's getting greedy. All right, the Lord gave him the 2/3, but he wants us. But guess what? YAHAWASHI is not going to let him have us. All right, and it reads, and as it were a young lion lurking in the secret places. You see, because this devil, again, you know, he's in the high places. You know what I'm saying? In them skyscrapers, and not only that, you know, they meet up in the woods. You know, do that, you know, that weirdo stuff in the woods, that left hand weirdo odious works of witchcraft in the woods. You know, and you know what I'm saying? He just wants to, you know, he wants our downfall to happen, but it's not going to. All right, because we are set to rise. All right, it's 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 9. All right, Esau's the end of the world. Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth. And Jacob has those first fruits. You know, Lord willing, we're of the elect. We're going to be the tip of the spear that usher in the kingdom of heaven under YAHAWASHI. So it reads, arise, O YAHAWASHI, disappoint him. All right, because like I just said, you know, everything is going according to plan, prophetically speaking. All right, even this persecution, it's going according to plan. Okay, and ultimately Esau, you know, he's up in them councils. You know, he wants to try and disappoint the plans of the Most High, but it's not going to happen. All right, if anything, his plans are going to be disappointed. That's why, you know, as it is written in the book of Psalms chapter 9, you know, his foot is caught in the snare which he hid, you know, roughly paraphrasing. All right, because everything that Esau is scheming up on and plotting and raging about. All right, and not just Esau, Edom, but all these heathens as well. All right, all these other nations as well. Guess what? They're going to be caught up in that. All right, when they activate and enable that new world order, guess what? That's going to be their downfall. Okay, because that new world order, all right, all those agendas that they have to do to enable that is going to be like a leap of faith, if you will, for these devils. And guess what? YAHAWASHI is going to catch him on that leap of faith, and he's going to slam him down to the pits, man. So it reads, and cast him down. It's the spirit. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, and that's just what it is, man. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. All right, that is what's going to happen. We're going to be delivered from this devil. All right, now you may have some of us, you know what I'm saying, that's allotted, you know, we have to lot to be martyrs. All right, and guess what? There's glory in that, you know, and it's easier said than done. But that's why, you know, we have that spirit that if that lot falls upon us, you know, that we, you know, that YAHAWASHI keeps us strong, that we may endure that, you know, because there is glory in that, man. You know, YAHAWASHI, you know, he died for our Heavenly Father. You know, he died to, you know, wipe away the sins from the elect. You know, and those of us those of us that, you know, that die for YAHAWASHI's sake, you don't think that YAHAWASHI is gonna, you know, that they're gonna be treated good on the right hand side? They're gonna be set high in the kingdom of heaven. You know, so like I said, there's glory in that. All right, so let me continue on. All right, I believe it's the book of Job. Let me go to the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12. There we go. All right, this is the perfect thing. We're going to close out with this. All right, so the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12. And it reads, He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay, and that persecution is just another device. It's another enterprise of Esau Edom. All right, but guess what? It's going to be disappointed. Okay, because when that flood comes, guess what? The Lord's going to lift up the standard. All right, YAHAWASHI is going to lift up the standard. Okay, YAHAWASHI is going to make the house of David as the Alahayim, as powers. All right, so spiritual power is going to be activated in that day. Verse 13, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. You see, they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. All right, so that's going into all these wicked secret counsels that these devils be holding. All right, all these counsels, as it is written in verse 13, is going to turn against them ultimately. Okay, it's going to turn against them. All right, because that's just their pride, and the Lord, he's gonna ultimately flip it on them, so to speak. Verse 15, but He saveth the poor from the sword. All right, it's a key point. But He saveth the poor from the sword, and from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. All right, because right now Esau is mighty. Okay, he has this big military intelligence, the Air Force, Navy, the Army. He has it all, as far as the sword goes. All right, but guess what? We're going to be delivered from that all the same, because all that is nothing compared to what Yahweh Ba'Shem YAHAWASHI, that is nothing compared to the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem YAHAWASHI. Okay, and it was through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem YAHAWASHI that Isaac gave Esau his blessing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the right-hand side trumps the left-hand side. Okay? So the poor had hope, and iniquity stopped at their mouth. All right? And that's, what it is, right? That's what we're going to close off with. That's why we have hope. We hope in Yahweh Ba'Shem YAHAWASHI to deliver us from the wicked, man. All right? We hope. We hope that we get delivered from this persecution. All right? So with that, I'm going to say, call halal Yahawah Ba'Shem YAHAWASHI Ba'Shem QADASH. For giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, man, prisoners of hope. So with that, I'm going to say, shalom, on to the next.